Hi everyone, Mr. Random here. So in part 2 of the series, I'm going to show you how to install LAMP on Ubuntu 22 server. Now LAMP is pretty much, it stands for Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. And it's pretty much what you need for websites. Now, you don't have to install LAMP to run websites. It's just a lot of WordPress installs run on that. Now I know some people are going to say, oh, well, I use Engine for that, and Engine's better, and you suck, and all this and that. I understand that everybody has their own preferences, there's pros and cons, but since I don't know anything about Engine, I'm going to, well, for now, I'm going to do it this way, because I know how to do it this way. Now I'm going to use a guide that is pretty good, because I don't remember everything by memory. There's so many steps. And I know how to do it, and I know the process on it. I'm not going to say, oh, you suck, you have to look it up. Everybody looks it up, they just don't admit it. I'm actually going to give credit to where I actually got the guide from, unlike other people who don't and just pretend they know everything off by heart. Anyways, little rant. So, first thing we want to do is, I already made a video part 1 on how to install Ubuntu, get that running. So, we are going to, okay. So, the first thing we want to do is run a update. Now, it's recommended to run the sudo command on everything you do here. That's the safest way to do this. So the guide, another guides will say, hey, do sudo at upgrade and stuff like that, -y, and enter your password every single time. That's the safe way to do it. That's the right way to do it. So you do it however you feel best way about it. But me, since I'm the only one here, I'm not gonna walk away and leave my thing access to whatever. I always log in as root because it's just faster than typing sudo every damn time. Now some people are gonna say, oh, it remembers you for like the next 5 minutes. You don't have to keep typing sudo for like the next 5 minutes, whatever. Fine. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna go sudo. So if you want to be sudo or root as you're doing this, it's a little bit faster, so you can just do sudo su, and there you go. Now we just did an upgrade, we want to do that. Then there's some things that we're going to need to do before. So the first thing we want to do is make sure we install Apache. In Ubuntu and Debian is Apache too. So I believe I already have it. So you run that command, sudo app install apache 2-y. -y means to just go ahead and answer yes to whatever questions come up automatically. We're going to run that. Let it do its thing. And then if you want to make sure it's running, you can do system control status http d. Oh, sorry, this is that's Red Hat is httpd. This one is Apache 2. What? Oh yeah, sorry. There we go. So it's running, and then I was mistyping the system control. We want to make sure every time we install a program, we always want to enable it. And we can do enable now, and it'll start it now. So the command for that is system control enable. What that means is it will tell the system, hey, this program, I want you to start it every time automatically that the server restarts. So if you restart the server, it will start this program automatically in the background. If you don't tell it to do that, let's say you have to restart your server for maintenance or it crashes, whatever. If you bring it back, it won't restart the program, so you have to do it manually, and that sucks because you could have hundreds of programs or services or daemons that you have to do that for, and you don't want to do that every time. So I'm doing that now. Now, there's different ways of doing this, and I think I talked about this on the previous video towards the end, but you want to make sure that you tell the firewall to allow the service. Now, you could allow the service or you can allow the port. I always do the service because that way the ports are already known. So in this one, it would be HTTP. That's already there, and HTTP-T. Well, I mean HTTPS. Okay, so those are already in there because I did them in a previous video. That will open up the port so people can access it. And then you always want to reload the firewall. I think I forgot to do that on the other one, but I'm going to do it now. Firewall is not enabled. Huh. Well, it should be enabled. Okay, now it's enabled. So once we do that, this is what we're going to see. I'm going to show you a quick thingy on what you should see here. So it'll look like this. Now, I don't want to show you mine because it's going to show you my links and stuff to my internal stuff or whatever. Now, I'm not ready to show all that yet, but it'll show Ubuntu default page. That's what it's going to say. So moving on. Now we want to install the MariaDB database. So for that, we're going to do the app install MariaDB server or Maria-DB server-y. It's doing its thing. It's taking a minute, but after this is done, then we're going to do that enable command again to enable this so it'll start automatically in the beginning. So just waiting for it to be done.
Oh man, I can't wait that long.
Just take your time. I love you. Welcome to Costco. I love you. Welcome to Costco. I love you. Come on now. Okay, I'm gonna skip this part. It's like it just froze. That's not cool.
And you gotta
There it goes.
get on it.
Disinstall, restart, whatever the fuck. Alright, clear that out. Enable -- now Maria DB. There we go. That's going. Then we want to run what's called the secure installation for MySQL. It's called hardening. That's the word. Enter for none. So right here says we can safely answer no, so we're going to do that. We're going to do no. Remove anonymous users, yes. Disable root login remotely, of course. Remove test database and access to us, of course. Reload privilege tables, of course. Done. Clear that out of the screen. Now we're going to install PHP and the extensions. There's a lot of PHP stuff and extensions. There might be some that I don't cover right now and might cover later in a part 3 or something of the next series, of the next part 3 of the series or whatever. So just bear with me, but these will get me going. Okay, there we go. Clear. Now, they make you create a test file to make sure your PHP is working and stuff like that in the example or the guide there. I'm not going to do that. I've never really done that before. It might be a good idea to do that, but I'm not going to. You can. Feel free to do that. I'm not doing it. Okay, so now let's give information to that folder. So now we want to add a server name. We're going to put localhost. And let's see what happens this time. Okay.
This doesn't work.
Oh my fuck.
I can't do that.
Okay.
There's nothing there.
Fuck.
Nope.
Oh my god.
Nothing is working.
Ah, that's why. Put a space there. Now we can save that. Close it. Redo this thing.
What the hell is going on? Like I'm still in shock.
It's not letting me do it.
This is why we have problems.
Fuck. Okay. Oh, I didn't put the first part. I'm stupid.
You're stupid.
Server
you're
name
drunk,
is
and you're
this.
stupid.
Okay, so that should work now. Yep. Okay, there we go. Okay, so
Wow, I love it. It really works.
now we can continue from that. So apparently the guide that I'm using skips the part about doing it as a virtual host because it's only doing it as one host. I don't have virtual set up on here. I don't have multiple servers, so it's only doing it as a regular one. So we're gonna keep going that way. Oh, there's other. I'm gonna go ahead and install other modules for PHP that'll make it better to run the server. So these modules are not part of the regular whatchamacallit guide, but I'm going to show you the other guide where AEN. I'll show you the link to the guide here where I'm getting this info from, and that way wrong thing. You can see what I'm talking about. So we'll continue with that. Now I'm going to do these instructions here. It says that to enable it by default. So I want to do that. A2EN mod proxy underscore FCGI. Computer, stop. Okay, then it wants me to do A2EN colon F PHP 8.1 FPM dash FPM. Okay. Got it. Okay. Alright, so that pretty much completes a part of installing the lamp on Ubuntu. Now this is a install where it's just one server. It's not doing a virtual host on there. Now if you need to see how to do a virtual site,
Let me show you how.
then check out my other video on when I did the Rocky server install for LAMP. I'll show you how to do it on there. If you need help doing that on this one, let me know and I can show you how to do it on this one too. But I'm not doing it for this one because this is actual live server I'm building, so I don't want to do that. Anyways, thank you, love, bye. Subscribe.
Please like and subscribe.